The clinical utility of a Vectra is to supplement our clinical impression of how a patient with rheumatoid arthritis is doing. It provides, in my opinion, a very objective way of measuring disease activity. I feel very comfortable in the validation that the Vectra test has gone through to correlate values with other measures of disease activity that have been well accepted, adopted, and utilized over the years. We're not always looking for concordance of a Vectra result with our clinical impression. If that were the case, there may not really need to be much use of a Vectra. But I believe in the discordance of Vectra such that either a high number or low number that doesn't necessarily agree with other measures of disease activity really gives us an opportunity to delve deeper and understand whether patients are compliant with their therapy, whether there might be a side effect or a comorbidity that we might address, and obviously whether our therapy is adequate or not. The other, I think, important aspect of a Vectra in clinical use is to prognosticate, particularly as it relates to radiographic progression. So those patients with high Vectra results are more likely, we know from various studies that have been published, to have more radiographic progression or more risk of radiographic progression than patients with low or moderate Vectra numbers. So as a tool to help us guide therapy decisions on either augmenting or reducing therapy in certain cases, and obviously in changing therapy that isn't as effective as reflected by a higher Vectra result, it really provides that extra bit of information that patients can utilize as well in terms of managing their own disease. Very often patients come in asking, what's my Vectra result? And it's something they like to follow as a number. It gives them an easy number to target.